no. I think whether or not a mirror match is interesting to play tends to vary pretty wildly depending on what kind of mirror it is. Like, the Tron mirror often is not interesting. If someone has a turn 3 Karn on the play in the Tron mirror, that's all of your decisions. And thank you for the support, McCall. I appreciate that. Moto isn't crashing. Jeff is just giving the sponsors more time. That would be like the next level, right? What's the name of that last deck so I can find it on your website? I'm going to call that... What do we want to call it? I think 4-Color Geist. I think I'm going to call it 4-Color Geist. I'm going to call it 4-Color Geist when we upload it to YouTube. Seems fine. Like, not amazing, but fine. Oh, they updated the Stream Decker. Yeah, Stream Decker's updated. It's... I deserve this. When will it be on the website? Well, I won't update it to my... I don't put every deck that we play on stream on my personal website. So my personal website is just for decks that we've played a few times that I think are very reasonable. And after we play the 4-color control decks more, if it feels reasonable after a second league, it'll get added to my website. But everything we play ends up on my YouTube channel. So youtube.com/Jeff Hoagland, you'll be able to find it there. Stream Decker on mobile is bugged. You'll need to type !deck in chat to get a link to the deck. Honestly, it was almost better when Stream Decker just didn't work on mobile, because I didn't have to sit and tell people that it was bugged. You're down to Valakut and Shadow. Well, if you enjoy playing Valakut, I think that's the better deck, but you probably know my opinion of that deck. I think it's very mobile. I think it's very, very boring. Field of Ruin. Main deck field, eh? Power plant tower, we'll take a mine. Opinions on Rugscape Shift. More interesting to play than Red-Green Valakut, but not particularly competitive. Trying to play a control deck without black or white removal in Modern is very difficult. I think Spirits is the worst of those three decks, McPick. But if you enjoy playing it, that's the most important thing. Yep. Oh, Tron mirrors. I guess we're not nearly as far behind as we could be, right? Like, I get to play Walking Ballista here. And kill Karn next turn. Yeah, Zach, I wanted to wait in case they had another stone rain like this, because I wanted to wait and not commit to which Tron piece I was getting. Because, like, if I would have played the Ballista last turn, I wouldn't have guaranteed have been able to have Tron this turn, because I would have had to commit to getting a thing last turn. Well, any Tron land means they Ulamog us, then we lose. And if they don't Ulamog us, we Ulamog them, and then they likely lose. God God bless. They have 6, 7, 8, 9, so they're one short here. If they don't have a Karn here, we're gonna give it to them. There's just a ballista of their own. Ugin, sure. We can certainly beat a Ugin. Welcome to Thunderdome. Enjoy your stay. Tron, 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 Tron. Landy hype. Listen, it was very skillful that they didn't have a Tron land last turn. It was very skillful. Cleverly outplayed my opponent, chat. Eugene's bad. Is this good enough? Mama might be good enough. Mama, can you hear me? Mama, can you help me not be frightened? Do 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 do. All right, let's do it. Let's do it, chat. For the Tron, feel good. Thank you, Jays. Yeah, Warping Wail counters both Stirrings and Scrying, so I think it's worth bringing in here. How often does O-Stone Fate counter shenanigans happen? Not particularly often. This is the best of all the hands that we looked at. You want to mulligan aggressively with this deck. You want to find the cards that win the game. Hopefully we're gonna put this Karn into play on turn 3 after they stumble, and then we'll kill them. Stone Rain with Rebound is really good in this matchup. Stone Rain with Rebound really good in most matches, but especially good in this one. Okay, they're gonna miss Tron on 3, so if we can run some hot ones off here, we're gonna be able to. Whoo! Tron. Oh, yeah. This is really rude. This is just incredibly rude. Oh, would you look at that? Would you look at that? That's so weird. We're gonna have it anyways. All right, you know. GG. All right, they could have another Field of Rune, chat, or they could have a Surgical Extraction. You never know. You never know. Yeah, mull to 4, turn 3 Karn, typical Tron draw. Exactly. If they have a Walking Ballista here, okay, Oblivion Stone, that's cute. That's cute. All right, don't Surgical me. Some of these decks have Surgical in them now. So if they have a Surgical here, we're going to lose the game. But if they don't have Surgical, we're going to get them. God, we're getting Surgical. I was about to tilt off. I was about to slide out of my chair, chat. I was about to be like, no, not Surgical. I would like to Stone Rain that one, please. A fellow Tron player that understands the mirror. I always love when they understand what's going on, chat. I always love when they understand what's going on. This game was a great example of we didn't have to mulligan. We got to mulligan. I think there are a lot of people out there that would have kept 7, 6, or even the 5 card hand that we kept there, but those hands weren't good enough to win the game. This deck isn't a deck about having a lot of cards. This deck is a deck about having the right cards. And yes, we were fortunate to run it off, but we put ourselves in a position to be able to run it off. All right, before we head into the next one, I'd just like to thank everyone for hanging out here today. There are almost 1,000 fellow degenerates out there who like casting Karn, apparently, or at least watching people get Karned. If you enjoy my stuff and you enjoy watching me Karn people, please consider subscribing to my channel. My subscribers are the reason that I'm able to do what I do as often as I do it. I wouldn't be in here day in and day out doing this as a full-time job if it wasn't for my very wonderful subs. So shout out to all of them. Past subscribing, you can also support my stuff by checking out some of my very wonderful sponsors. MTGOtraders.com. We'd love to buy and sell some Magic Online cards with you. And if you use code Hoagland PayPal and check out them, you'll save 8% on your singles orders there. Alex! Thank you for the 8-month resubscription. I appreciate that. Welcome. Welcome back. Honey is a free browser add-on that when you install it using link bit.ly/Google Honey, you'll be supporting my content here at absolutely no cost to yourself. So if you're someone that wants to help me keep doing this, please install Honey using that link. I'd appreciate it. What Honey does is when you're shopping online, it looks at the stuff that you put in your shopping cart and then searches automatically for some coupon codes to save you some money on things that you're probably buying anyways. Verventi, thank you for the brand new Twitch Prime support. I do appreciate that. Welcome. Lisa would like to get you on your way to a better night's sleep. Christy and I have been sleeping with Lisa for the last 2 months now, and we really love it. I don't think we'd ever go back to a traditional pillow top mattress. You can save $160 or more on your new mattress by checking out links bit.ly/Shugelbed-US or bit.ly/Shugelbed-CA. And of course, we'd like to welcome everyone out there to Hoaglandia. Please talk to your friendly neighborhood moderator about your complimentary timeout. Someone asked, is this my preferred Tron list? This is, in fact, my preferred Tron list. This is the card for card, the deck list that is posted on my website in the mono green Tron section. I think this list is pretty well balanced. You could maybe, if you're expecting the graveyard decks to still be super obnoxious, squeeze a 4th Relic of Progenitus into your main deck, but I think in general this build is pretty well balanced for a diverse field. I'm here all the time. Glad I can drop you a subscription. Also, it's Varventine. Think Valentine, but swap an L. I don't know that I'm smart enough to do what you're subscribing. Animation Module. This is a card that Hardened Scales plays on occasion. I've seen Hardened Scales play this card on occasion. $5 for every concession Ugin. Sounds good, Nicholas. Yeah, I think Valakut is the more powerful deck than Grixis Death Shadow. Whenever one or more 1/1 counters are put onto a permanent you control, you may pay 1. If you do, create a thing. Mr. Jollander, thank you for checking out Honey. I appreciate that. Itty bitty bugle boy, company B. When you have a choice between Power Plant and Tower being your last land, you should always choose to make Tower your last land, because that way when you play your last Tron piece, it gives you the most mana. So for example, next turn, when I crack this, use this, and Scrying, I'm going to be able to go Tower, Oblivion Stone, whereas if I would have taken Tower here and gotten Power Plant as my last Tron piece, I wouldn't be able to cast Oblivion Stone next turn. So it's a small thing, but it gives you extra mana, and it's very important. First time viewer, can I pick your brain about some deck building help for Baltimore? I don't look at specific deck lists while I'm streaming, but if you'd like to post generic questions, I'm always happy to catch them if I can. Dark Confidant. Do I care about Dark Confidant? So do I want to play Oblivion Stone this turn, or do I want to play Walking Ballista and shoot Bob? I think I want to play Walking Ballista and fucking Tron, man. Just Tron. Why not both? Why not both? Alright, so let's do this. Playing and cracking O-Stone costs 8 mana for those who are not familiar, so that's why we're not just playing and cracking O-Stone. Listen, chat, Magic is a skill game, and the better player always wins. It's a tough game. It's an intellectual game where you use your mind to battle with your opponent. And listen, if you're ever watching a video or playing against Tron and you're just thinking to yourself, why is this legal? Just remember, at least you don't have to play against Stoneforge Mystic. Just keep that in mind. Wizards of the Coast has insulated you against the worst thing that could possibly happen to you in Modern, which is playing against Stoneforge Mystic. They've got your back. Alright, so I'm going to cast one of my many Demonic Tutors and reassemble my Tron after my opponent has Ghost Quartered me. And then I'm going to crack my Oblivion Stone, decimating my opponent utterly and completely. They have one remaining magical card, and as a gambling man, I would be willing to bet that their remaining magic card is worse than my Karn Liberated. You like 4 Slaughter games in Valakut sideboard? Yeah, that seems like a good plan to me, fangirl. Card Bard with that 2-month resubscription. Thanks for re-upping and keeping me employed here for another month. I do appreciate that. Alrighty. I thoroughly appreciate an opponent that understands what's up. I can thoroughly appreciate an opponent who understands what's up. Alright, so how do we feel about Warping Wail and Lightning Strike here? Relic's definitely bad. So I have one free slot. We definitely want these Nature's Claim. Warping Wail. Warping Wail's probably worse than Spatial, right? Spatial can kill slightly larger things. Can I hear everyone sing the Karn song? It exiles Hanger Backwalker. Sure, but Hanger Backwalker's often going to have more than one toughness. Am I going to be at SCG Dallas in October? I'm not sure. Probably not, but there's a small chance my wife decides she wants us to go together and we go. And one of my wife's friends from high school lives in college. Or one of my friend's wives from high school lives in Dallas. Whoa, words got mushed up there. Wurmcoil's probably too slow in this matchup a lot of the time. Wait, what am I doing? Is this good? This is 60. This is actually 60, so that's perfect. Am I going to the Vegas Open? We're not, man. That ended up not happening. It's just too many dollary dues. Too many dollary dues. Too much opportunity cost. Definitely Spellstutter Spray. This is a Tron stream now. We've played a lot of Tron. We've played a lot of Tron. This deck list, if you would like to feel dirty while playing Magic the Gathering, you can find a bunch more leagues with Tron on my YouTube channel. If you go to jeffhoagland.com/decklist, you'll be able to find more videos on there as well, all in a nice little playlist under the Proven Deck section. If I'd gone to Vegas, would I gamble in a casino, or is Magic enough gambling for me? I generally play a little bit of blackjack if I go, but not too big into anything else really. Definitely don't do slot machines or anything like that. Blackjack's a fun game. You get to like sit and BS with people while you play. How many dollary dues to buy a Jeff Hoagland for my GP Detroit team? Probably into the 4 digits. If that's a serious question. So, I chose to play the map on 1. So, Worldbreaker is slower than Wurmcoil, but it can exile a large artifact. So that's the upside to World Breaker, basically. $100 for a few rounds with me in Overwatch? Yeah, we can play some Overwatch. Random, are you subbed? We usually post in Christy. Like I don't play Overwatch competitively, so like Christy and I usually just hang out. We usually post when we're going to be streaming Overwatch together. Keep up the stellar work. Put these towards Naya control. Thank you, Alcohol. I appreciate it. So I'm going to cycle this for green here. You're subbed on a different account. I do my best to keep the Karn Father happy. I'm going to go ahead and just kill their Hardened Scales here. And then play this other Chromatic Star out. Then we get 2 shots at a tower next turn. Thank you, Alcohol. I appreciate it. Said that before. Blame it on the alcohol. I heard that in a song one time. You can blame it on the alcohol. That makes World Breaker marginally worse. That's really good. How do we feel about Walking Ballista? Shoot this twice? Because the O-Stone's not particularly good at the moment because of the Hangerback Walker. So I feel like I need to get the Hangerback Walker off the table, right? And like they could load up on the Ravager and Ravager on to save this. But I think I'm okay with that too, because then the World Breaker becomes better down the line, assuming they don't have another Ravager. So I think I like doing this and like forcing them to crack this, because it makes the Oblivion Stone better 2 turns from now. And unless they like have another Hardened Scales here, we're pretty safe from dying next turn. Fucking Tron, man. Why is this deck legal? Why is this a thing we're allowed to do? I don't know. Kill your board. Kill your board. Get it out of here. Get it out of here. I'm just glad they didn't cast Stoneforge Mystic this game. Had they cast Stoneforge Mystic this game, we could have been in trouble. Towards Sultai Shadow will do Drew. Thank you for the 100 bits. Oh no, not a 1-1 for 1. Oh no, how will we ever win the game now? Gas my World Breaker. Trigger my Sanctum. Get my Ulamog. Derp, 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 Tron. Derp, 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 Tron. Get him! Get him! I've heard you say that if I have Amazon Prime, you have a free Twitch Prime sub. Can I subscribe to you? But it's getting hard. You can, in fact. So if you go to twitch.tv/Prime in your desktop web browser, it'll give you the option to link your Amazon Prime account with your Twitch account. And then they'll give you Twitch Prime included with that for free. And that gives you a free sub every single... How much for a Tron day? Marky Mark's Life, thank you for the brand new Twitch Prime support. I appreciate that. Is this deck fun? I mean, when you're on the Karning side of the board, it's a good time. This deck is so polarizing because the good matchups are like incredibly slam dunkingly good, but like the bad matchups are like really terrible. Let's count together, Tron players. 1, 2, 7. Bring back Legacy Tron. Yeah, this is probably fine on the play. Not our fastest starts, but like, with a little bit of luck, we get a turn 3 Karn. We get 2 shots at another Tron piece. Fun fact, chat. The fact that you can cast this card exactly off of each Urza's tower is not by accident. They made this card cost 7 so you could explicitly cast it off the Urza lands. There's an article about it when they were designing Karn. They wanted it to be castable off the Urza lands. All right, if they turn 3 us here, they could have a chance. If they don't turn 3 us, we're gonna put them deep in the ground. I guess they could also have an Azuri here, but especially with this, there's a non-zero chance we get turn 3 here. Non-zero chance we get turn 3. If the Elves player's deck is built well, they're going to have 4 Damping Spheres in the sideboard, and then this matchup can be hard for Tron. If they don't have a bunch of Damping Spheres, I think we're a little bit ahead. You know, assuming we don't die here. No Glimpse is a good start. Okay, they only drew 2 off of that. That's good for us. They might be able to power through the first O-Stone. The second O-Stone should end them. We're gonna get double. They get a bunch of Shaman of the Packs here. That's very good. That is very good. All right. Do you want to play around Oblivion Stone? And if so, by how much? No, they can regen 4 elves right now because they have a Heritage Druid in play. Tron lands are fine and Locust lands aren't, because when the Locust lands were banned, Modern was a functionally different format. Put this towards the Teamer Belver build we spoke of. Thank you, Dirtian. Will do. I appreciate the support. Yeah, let's just top deck Ugin, right? This can't regenerate itself either, so they're going to get to regenerate 4 things, but one of the things they're going to lose is Azuri, so. Actually, because I have 2 O-Stones here, I just upkeep blow this up, right? And then I untap and do another one. No, that's loose. Is that loose? Because that lets them tap this. Yeah, they'll Arc Druid, but if they don't have another Azuri, I just kill all their stuff with Oblivion Stone on my turn, right? For Spirits, also, I'd actually go with Nick. Sounds good. Will do, Nick. Yeah, Regenerate taps everything. Yeah, the first O-Stone is kill Azuri plus Fog. Yeah, I think we're just supposed to use it as a Fog here. We get punished by, like, exactly company into, like, double shaman, but I think that's fine. Yeah, I don't think we're beating a company plus shamans anyways. Because, like, if I blew the O-Stone now, they'd keep Archdruid plus 3 other elves on my turn. So, like, if they company into it here, it's like, we're still in trouble. Regenerating removes the creatures from combat. So, regenerating doesn't matter. Regenerating taps a creature and removes it from combat. Regenerating is a really convoluted mechanic, and there's a reason why we don't print it anymore. The second O-Stone is going to be, what do the kids say? Dope? Is dope something children say? I feel like it's going to be dope. Commonplace username. Thank you very much for the Twitch Prime support there. I appreciate that. Welcome. It's yeet. Yeet is what we're going with. Behind the times, Daddy-O. So in response to the Shaman of the Pack, we're going to go ahead and blow this up. They're going to regenerate everything, but the Azuri dies at least, so we take one less. And then they have 0 cards in hand. So next turn, I'm going to play this other Oblivion Stone and then do terrible, terrible things to my opponent. And they're bored of tiny green men and women. How hard do you yeet that, right? I almost feel bad that they have to click through all this, because I'm just going to, like, untap and just be like, dumpster you. Bye, friends! Alright, I need one more cut here. You think I want the claims? Do I need the claims? Can't I just, like, kill Damping Sphere with Oblivion Stone? Yeah, I probably don't need Ulamog. Walking Ballista is probably fine. Karn's kind of medium in this matchup. I think I'd rather just hope they don't have it. I mean, Karn's fine. He's like Not impressive, but he's fine. Yeah, Walking Ball is probably better than Ulamog on average. Grafdigger's Cage stops collected company, for those wondering. No, I think I'd rather have cages for company. Alright, fine. I'll bring in 2 of these. These can claim our own stuff too in the event of exactly lethal. 8 months. How have either of us dealt with this for so long? Thank you for the 2/3 of a year. I appreciate that. Magicable. Thank you for the brand new Twitch Prime support. This is playable. I feel like it's not. It doesn't Tron fast, it doesn't O Stone, it doesn't Ugin. Warping Wail's like not that impressive. Remember, chat, this is a deck that is about having the right cards, not about having a lot of cards. The right card is worth a lot more than just more cards. The right card is worth 5, 6, 7, 8 of the quantity. Turn 3 Karn's not good enough in this matchup, which is probably a reason to board Thragtusk instead. Although on the play, turn 3 Karn's a little better. Turn 3 Karn doesn't really accomplish a ton. Please be greedy and take this instead. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. Just a friendly reminder to folks that are new to the channel, if you want to offer constructive and specific feedback about a play or a card choice that we have, that is encouraged. Simply showing up and interjecting your opinion with no validation of it or why you feel that way is not welcome and will quickly earn you a 10-minute timeout. So be constructive or your ability to post in chat will be removed. Boop. Do you believe? Do you believe in life after love? Be-de-doo. Be-de-de-doo. Yeah, Jace, I sent you back approval on that one. Of course I wrote. I got so excited there for a second. I pepped up a little bit. It was a Tron piece. I was just like, whoo, whoo, Tron piece. Should have drawn the power plant. Punt. Are we dead? 9, 11, going to 1 here. All right, puppy. This is it. My one last shot. It's my chance to roll. How'd the 4-color control deck finish? We went 4-1? 4-1. Deadzo. I'm gonna put the Thragdeads in on the play. I think the Thragdead should have been in general. Karn's pretty bad in this matchup. Sorry, Karn. Sorry, Karn. Finally dropped a game. That was bound to happen eventually. So pretty sure I want a Wurmcoil here, even though we clear it with the O Stone, just to keep my health total high. Basically, just want to make sure I'm not going to die by mistake here. I'm a horse. Thank you very much for the brand new Twitch Prime subscription there. I appreciate that. There's a lot of great people making a lot of great stuff on Twitch right now. Thanks for supporting mine this month. The O-Stone pre-combat was sloppy. I should have waited, because if they wanted to trade a bunch of elves for the Wurmcoil, I could have just, like, played another Wurmcoil and been fine. I like how we're still playing Magic, like they could have a chance this game. It's really adorable. Matt Brown MTG with the brand new Twitch Prime. I appreciate that. Welcome, welcome. This deck is so dumb. Are we done here yet? What are we doing? Peace, Nivik. Have a good evening. They didn't even get to see our Walking Ballista into another Walking Ballista, chat. It wasn't even fair. They didn't even know how much we were gonna win by. We were gonna win by so much more than what was already on the board. Thoughts on Tower Slam Ballista there? Nah, if I win sooner, I have to stop having all my Tron lands sooner. One thing that I might do, if you expected your local format to have a lot of humans, one thing that I think is reasonable in this archetype is playing an All Is Dust to kind of diversify your sweepers a little bit. All Is Dust is also good because you can cast it on turn 3 with 3 Tron lands. Oh man, the 3-0-3-0 pairing? This is wild. I'm not even sure what to do. Well, now I get to mulligan, I know that. What are your thoughts on Kozilek, the Greater Distortion? I think if you shouldn't board cards to help your Thoughtseize matchup in your Tron deck. If you're having a hard time with your Thoughtseize matchups with your Tron deck, you should take your Tron deck and throw it in the garbage. You don't know what you're doing with it. Trade it in for something else. Another Elves matchup. Okay. This hand is not amazing just yet. We need to hit some Tron here. Why no Dismember? I'm a bigger fan of Warping Wail and Spatial Contortion because they're a little bit more flexible. Also, this deck doesn't always have a ton of ways to gain health, so preserving your health total is generally good. We'll get a rematch against Elves here. I don't think this matchup is a slam dunk for us. Also, like, the fact that we were on the draw this game is like a big deal. Alright. Just need a Tower of Power. The Elves deck is very quick, especially on the play. Green-Black Elves is very, very good. If you're looking for a good aggressive deck that's actually pretty cheap to build dollar-wise, too, definitely want to check out Green-Black Elves. Lots of videos of it in my current deck list can be found on my website. Am I dead? We're like dead. We can even hit the tower and it doesn't matter here. Yep, the Elves deck has very, very strong linear draws. Very, very strong linear draws. Like that? Like that. Sounds good. I think both those decks are good. I personally enjoy playing Elves a little bit more than playing Storm, but that's definitely subjective. This hand doesn't have turn 3 Tron guaranteed, but with Spatial Contortion, we can slow them down enough that turn 4 O-Stone will hopefully be good enough. Yeah, this is a second Elves matchup, and the opponent is also 3-0, so... No turn 1 play. Okay? Wasn't gonna have turn 3 Tron. JK, got you! The cages turn off Collected Company. Damping Sphere. That's rude. I guess we should have assumed that was coming, right? Maybe I should wait a turn on this because it exposes it to Rex Sage, but it's always going to be exposed to Rex Sage here, right? Because I'm going to have to crack it over 2 turns. This is just like the cleanest of living here. Just like Entep Lightning Strike your Uzuri. I think I'm just gonna pass here. Do I want to just pass here? Nah, I'm a liar. I'm gonna Stirrings. Another map. I guess I'll just take a Tron piece. We didn't stir. Alright, well, we need another sweeper. Things, it's a good one. It's a good one. Three mana, draw 5. Do you think there's an island out there that like sheds a single tier every time Lead the Stampede draws 3+ cards? I feel like there's a blue mage somewhere that just like weeps silently when someone casts Lead the Stampede and draws 3+ cards. Just like I wish I could be this good, but I cannot, for I am cast by blue. So I'm going to go ahead and just take this hit here. End step, I'm going to crack this Oblivion Stone. Just like work through it, basically. Why didn't we get Sanctum with map? That's a good question. Should have gotten Sanctum with map. Right on time. All right. Swag Dadderson. Oblivion Stone. Pass. Well, we need a Walking Ballista, chat. We need a Walking Ballista. Yep. Crazy to not crack and just play the Thragtusk first. Yeah, maybe that's the line. Well, they tapped really weird here. I'm just gonna do this. And then this cage. Yeah, I think it's being too cute. I think I'd rather just like have another sweeper in the sideboard rather than Noxious Revival. They have a lot of dorks. We're gonna need another O-Stone or an Ugin to win this game, probably. Walking Ballista also do. Woof. Is this the drain? Wow. Wow, those are good last set of cards to have. Never mind. Tron. Magic's a tough game, chat. Magic's a tough game. You gotta, like, play cards and do stuff, and this is, the more I play, the less I think this is a Grafdigger's Cage matchup. I'm gonna board it out. I'm gonna leave Ulamog in. I'm gonna leave Ulamog in. As promised. Thank you, Nicholas. I'm gonna bring the last claim in. My opponent said they're a fan of the stream, which implies to me that they're probably playing all the wet balls. Huh. Tron. Alright. Hey, Def Lobster, thank you for the brand new Twitch Prime support. And there's a lot of great people making a lot of great stuff on Twitch right now. Thanks for supporting mine this month with that. I think because I have Tron already, I'm actually just going to go ahead and cycle through these rather than cast Scrying. See if they have a Lord here or not. Can you throw my bits at spirits? Yep. All right, we're actually in a lot of trouble. Yep. They must be on company here. So they're going to company response and probably kill us. Yeah, I definitely think they should have accompanied in response here. Now I get to pick off Clan Caller and Heritage Druid. Wet Ball hurts us way more than it hurts them. It's not particularly close. So they've got 4, 5, 6, 7. They didn't hit any Lords here at least. We got that going for us. They get to kill our map, but we draw a card off of the Star dying at least. Yeah, that's rough. Alright, didn't like 2 here basically. Need like another Walking Ballista. Yep, good games, opponent. Yeah, like I said, I think this matchup's pretty close. And the person on the play is probably a favorite. Which we won when we were on the play and they won when they were on the play. All right, this is going to be the last match of the day. Thank you, everyone, for hanging out. I'll be back tomorrow morning at 9 a.m. Central Standard Time with some more Modern. If you want to see what decks are coming up tomorrow, you can always check out the donation queue. This deck, like most every deck on the stream, viewer provided, viewer supported. What do I think of Tron's Affinity matchup? I think it's close, but I think Tron's a little bit ahead, especially if you've got Claims, Whales, and Contortions in your board. I guess if Affinity had access to Damping Sphere, it's probably pretty close, but I think generically Tron is favored. What's the Emrakul for? Emrakul is very good against both control and combo decks. Unless we're incredibly unlucky, we'll draw one of our other Tron pieces here. Just the gosh darned unluckiest, chat. Confirmed unluckiest. Let's see if they're playing Ponza or not. Turn 1 Birds is either absurdly good for Tron or absurdly bad because it's Ponza. So, Blood Moon bothers this deck not that much out of Affinity explicitly because you actually die to Affinity's creature lands pretty often. That's annoying because it's going to be able to start Ghost Quartering us. So what do I want to do here? I think I want to go... I think I'm going to kill this Bird of Paradise here. So this way they're behind mana should they choose to Ghost Quarter us here. I guess there's a chance they have a Field of Ruin in their deck too. This is a matchup where having access to 5 basic lands is very, very good for us. Wayward Swordtooth, sure. So by being cute and doing this inside of our draw step here, they actually gave us an extra mana. So thanks. Maybe it's different in the straight, in this variation of Tron, but I know when I played green-black Tron, I felt pretty ahead against Affinity. I had played Affinity a number of times in the green-black build, and this build has a similar amount of removal. We're not about to get anything out of the game. We're just gonna, like, play this Oblivion Stone and crack it and clear their board, and then just, like, tap 6 lands, cast Wurmcoil, tap 7 lands, cast Karn. It takes forever to Ghost Quarter 5 basic Tron out of the game. Ballista is also very good against Affinity, that is correct. They didn't activate Night. That's weird, right? Why wouldn't they activate Night? Do they only have 1 Ghost Quarter, maybe? I'm confused. I'm confuzzled, chat. Maybe they misclicked? Misclick could be a reasonable reason why. Whose list is this? This is my preferred variation of Green Tron. Just gonna blow these up now so they can't get another Ghost Quarter if they have one. It does allow them to play a Knight this turn though, which sucks for me, but honestly, we're just at the like tap 6 cast Wurmcoil, tap 7 cast Karn stage of the game. So like, again, this is why Tron is so powerful even against disruption like this. You can't just disrupt Tron and expect to push it out of the game because it's so redundant, and like when you're disrupting us and not pressuring us while doing so, like they're spending all the resources to just disrupt, so they're not actually applying pressure while doing that. Yeah, I wasn't sure if I was going to blow it up or not though. I decided at the last second to blow it up. Let me get this 4th basic out of my deck. And then I'm going to exile this Knight of the Reliquary. We got Ghost Quartered so many times, chat. How can we ever win the game now? If they have a 3rd Knight here, like land 3rd Knight, maybe we could be in trouble. Birds of Paradise, that's adorable. Alright, where's a Walking Ballista when you want one? Oh! Oh, World Breaker! That one's good. Two, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I don't understand how they lost, chat. They had so many Ghost Quarters. Ghost Quarter is great against Tron. Ghost Quarter is so good against Tron, chat. How did they lose? I don't understand. Aw, come back, opponent. Alright, I'll stop now. Alright, so I think I want Thragtusk here. I think World Breaker is pretty bad. Relic's pretty good here for making their Knights worse, and they probably have the stupid green creature that lets you... Yeah, concession Ugin. Nicholas, you're the best. I'm a glutton for a good trotting. Isaac Mesner, thank you for the 2-month subscription as well. I do appreciate that. Welcome back. For the tier 2 resub, be sure to drop me a message in private. Let me know. Oh, it looks like you already messaged me. Well, thank you. I don't think... Is this a cage matchup? Is this a cage matchup? No, Green-White Value Town is a deck I'd play for $50. It's not a deck I'd play for 10. I mean, I already don't have a lot of cards I want to cut here. Wurmcoil's kind of whatever, I guess. I want Thragtusk. Yeah, I think our game plan's just better than theirs. I think I'm just gonna cut World Breaker and Wurmcoil for 2 Thrags. I'm gonna mulligan this. Seems like not amazing, but fine. You don't really want to mulligan for fast Tron hands in this matchup. Oblivion Stone's one of our better cards. Oh, you know what? Do they play Stony Silence usually? Am I supposed to board in my Nature's Claims? I feel like there's a chance I'm supposed to board in my Nature's Claims. So they probably have Stony Silence. Damping Sphere too. Yeah, I probably should have Claim in my deck right now. It kills Courser in a pinch too, just it's fine. I think not boarding in Claim was a mistake. Oh no, chat. How will we ever beat them if they surgical us off of Tron? We have to have Tron to win the game, right? How will we ever win the game without Tron? It would be impossible to win the game without Tron. I don't think that's true, the word is branch. Because you have cards like Oblivion Stone and Karn, you kind of have outs to a lot of hate pieces built into your deck, just kind of by default. So I think implying that you like always need to board in Nature's Claims a little much. Thalia is actually really good here. The fact that I didn't Scrying last turn is really punishing us. Thalia's kind of a beating. Thalia could win them this game as a disruption piece. The fact that we won. We had a draw step, a star, an Ancient Stirrings, and another draw step, and another star. So we saw 8 cards without a land drop there. I'm just going to concede because we're unlikely to win this game, and I don't want them to see exactly how I sideboarded. Thalia, in general, is a card that's not particularly amazing against Tron. That is correct. Oh, actually, I'm gonna cut an Ulamog and bring a Wurmcoil back in. Because Ulamog's kind of medium in matches where, I did not get to submit it. Ulamog's kind of medium in matches where they're keeping you off of Tron. Yeah, that seems fine. I've got a Stirrings. I intentionally left the claims out. We didn't see Stony Silence. We saw Surgical Extraction. I didn't articulate why, but I intentionally left them out. I feel like they probably have enough board cards that they don't have Stony Silence, and if they do, like, whatever. Hell, you seem good. Has anybody tried her in a deck with good cards? Yeah. Yep. So, the word is branch. The issue with bringing in cards like Nature's Claim when you don't know that they're going to be good is that this deck has such a low density of action spells that every time you're cutting an action spell for a card that could potentially do nothing, you're costing yourself a lot of percentage points. I think I want to just do this rather than the map. This gives us a draw step, a Chromatic Sphere, plus 5 looks off the Stirrings for a tower next turn. Assuming they don't have a Ghost Quarter of their own. Nope, just mono green Tron. Had a bunch of looks, didn't need them. Oh, I should have cycled this, right? Because I could have hit an Ulamog. I could have hit an Ugin. How does it feel? Feels great is how it feels. Thank you very much. And they burned their path here. So I'm gonna get to have a Wurmcoil that's better now. And for O-Stones and Ugins. I mean, they don't know that we have the Wurmcoil, to be fair. And, like, the top of their deck was really bad. They could have 2 paths. They definitely could have 2 paths. Sure. Karn's not dead yet. Don't count Karn out just yet. I don't understand, chat. Their deck has so many Ghost Quarters in it. How could they possibly be losing to Tron? I don't understand, chat. They have so many Ghost Quarters. I don't know how they could possibly be losing to Tron. I always love winning this matchup because it gives validation to all of the times when green-white Value Town players come into my chat and I time them out when they say they have a good Tron matchup. Yeah, I think this build of Tron is great. This is card for card. Spirited up. Sounds good, Nicholas. Thanks for coming through on the biddies for all the concession Ugins. Like I said, I think there's a couple small details you can kind of swap around and tune in this deck depending on if your local format is specific things. I think in a generic balanced metagame, if you're going to a large tournament or playing leagues, I think this 75 is very good. Things that you can kind of do to hedge, you can play like a 4th Relic. You could play an All Is Dust to hedge like Meddling Mage and extra aggressive decks and things like that. I'm a pretty big fan of the sideboard though. I think the sideboard just like has a lot of flexible tools to give us a lot of play and a lot of different matchups. All right, that's going to be it for me for today, folks. I really appreciate everybody hanging out. I'll be back tomorrow morning at 9 a.m. Central Standard Time. Let's find somebody who's streaming Modern right now to give a host to. Thanks everyone for hanging out.